What about this one?
Hey everyone, hope you had a great Valentine's Day, and it was also Chinese New Year. I never know when it's Chinese New Year, it seems like it comes every 3 to 4 months. And the dates for Chinese New Year is not the same each year. I remember regular New Year's Day is coming because there's a New Year's Eve. Is there such a thing as Chinese New Year's Eve? If there was a Chinese New Year's Eve celebration like a regular New Year's Eve, I'd probably remember it more. Today I'm at SK Seafood Chinese restaurant located just 5 minutes west of the Strip. This restaurant was recommended to me by a subscriber, and the truth is I actually driven by this and I know the reputation of this restaurant. It's very popular and known to have good Chinese food. It's a very small restaurant, like a hole in the wall, but this is where the Chinese people go for Chinese food. That's a good sign. The food is real, it's authentic, and there's some interesting dishes here too. Here are the food items that I'll be eating in the video along with their prices. And this is just a small portion of their vast menu. They have some good food here. One of the dishes here is called a clay pot curry brisket. This was actually recommended to me. I don't normally get this because there are so many other good dishes that competes for my attention. This curry is not a spicy curry. It's not like a Thai curry or an Indian curry with spice levels. It's more like a Japanese or Korean style curry, which is more like a beef stew. The curry is more rich and creamy with the curry spice, but the spice is not spicy. The beef in this dish was extremely tender, fall apart tender, maybe more softer than pulled pork if there can be such a thing. The Japanese and Korean style curry is served with rice. In fact, it's called curry rice. The Korean and Japanese curries come with beef, potatoes, carrots, and onions. It's just like a beef stew to me, except with a curry sauce, which is creamier and not spicy. This is a bit different from the Thai and Indian curries. This one doesn't have potatoes, so it's not quite like a beef stew, and the curry is a little bit more watery in texture. But the flavor of the curry, I don't know what they put in that curry, but it was addicting level good. This here is the ribeye with black pepper sauce. This ribeye was tender and the sauce was pretty good too. This was like getting little steak morsels that are very tender and flavorful. Here is the salt and pepper pork chops. This has a really good salt and pepper flavor with the tender pork chops. I wish it had a more crispier outer texture. However, in almost every place that I've tried this dish, it wasn't extremely crunchy crispy on the outside. However, you get that good salt and pepper flavor. The ribeye black pepper sauce was really good and it goes good with rice, but the curry brisket, This one I have to go back and try again because this one was really good. It didn't hit me right away, but it's one of those foods that after you're done, it comes back into your mind. Whenever I have something good, it comes back and I remember it, and it like makes me say I want that again. So this one definitely is a repeat dish for me, and it's surprising to me because it's not something that I normally order at Chinese restaurants. Another one of my favorites is the seafood pan-fried noodle. Sometimes they call this Hong Kong style, but it's thin noodles that are crispy fried, and then they put a seafood or your choice of meats topping with vegetables over it. It's really, really good. I love the crispy, crunchy texture. If you want to retain that crunchy texture, you've got to eat this right away because the sauce they pour over it will soften the noodles, which isn't all bad because then it turns into the softer, regular chow mein noodle type dish. And that's not a bad thing because the regular chow mein noodle dish, when the noodles get soft, is really good too. So you can eat it when it's crispy in the beginning and eat some other food and go back to it and have regular chow mein. I love this ribeye dish. It resembled the tenderloin that they serve at Vietnamese restaurants. It's not tough, it's not overcooked, it's cooked perfectly, it's soft and has a great flavor. This is a really good dish, and I think it's way better than Mongolian beef. This is much more tender and gives you a thick, juicy cut of steak. But I couldn't help noticing the live tank. And since it was Valentine's Day and Chinese New Year's, it gave me the excuse to order something a little more exciting.
Yeah, not too big. Yeah, because not too much meat here. What about this one? Is that okay? The SK style. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So here it is. I got 2 lobsters, live lobsters. So I know they're fresh. There are different ways you can order lobster at Chinese restaurants. I ordered these SK style. It's salt and pepper and a few other seasonings. It wasn't overly powerful. I wanted the lobster to stand out. The thing about this lobster is I think it was overcooked. It was a little bit tough. And I think the price was a little bit overpriced because I don't think the lobsters were as big, but I don't know. I don't order live lobster that much. I don't know the exact market price for these lobsters. But for this meal, I was gonna have no regrets. I was gonna have my lobster, and it was a really good meal. There were pretty good chunks of lobster, and for 2 people this was a lot of food, but I planned on taking the rest home if I couldn't finish it. And the thing about this restaurant is they have really good Chinese food. It's like what my friend would call a legit Chinese restaurant. My friend was commenting on how he hadn't had really legit Chinese food in a while. This is a legitimate, good Chinese restaurant, and you can really tell the difference between an average takeout place and a place that serves quality Chinese food. If you haven't tried authentic Chinese food that's really good, come out to this place. You don't have to spend $200. Just stay away from the lobster, because that put it over the top. See, the lobster at the top was about $147. Everything else is pretty average priced. But as far as Chinese restaurants go, if you're tired of just average or mediocre, go into Chinatown, go to this place called SK Seafood. And I have to agree with my friend that I've had a lot of Chinese food that was just mediocre. But if you go to the SK Seafood, it really is good, legit Chinese food, and you will see a difference. So sorry this video came up so late. I was so tired and busy, but until next time, everybody stay safe and see you again.